This little thing right here is a lifesaver. This is what I use to keep track of anything that I do, especially with the Tekno now, anything I do with most of my RC cars. I've been doing this since 2022. The workshop tour, when you guys took that, if you look on top of the cabinets, on the shelvings, you'll see these books laying on each shelf. They're supposed to be for one each book. I know what's wrong with the vehicle. I know what parts are coming in. I know how much they cost. And it keeps me from actually doing a lot of stupid crap. Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to the channel. Mal, thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about this little book right here. This is a lifesaver for me. This book here is one of my log books. This one I started for the Tekno. This is my log book from the time I purchased it to the time that I broke it to the time that I purchased parts, replacement parts, and upgrades. This is what keeps me on track. So, but let me bring you guys in. Let's get started on this rebuild and build this bad boy back up and see if we can make it a little bit stronger, all right? All right, so I might not finish this rebuild of the Tekno before I finish this whole thing about my logs, but yeah, let's just get talking about it. Question again, do you guys keep a log record? Do you keep a record of what you do, how you do it, when you do it, and the time or date, month that you do it? Do you actually like put in the actual parts in there that you change out, or do you just say upgrade and basically the basic portion of the upgrades? Or do you just say, well, I'll put in there, I'll just write a note saying what I gotta do and just do it? Just a question for everyone. Is that what you do? If it is, you know, to each his own. Me, I've got to keep a log. I have to. If I don't, I won't know what's going on, what needs to be fixed, and if I actually order the parts or not. Yeah, that's just something I do. Yeah, I got a Tekno MT48 2.0. It needs I wouldn't say a complete makeover, but it does need some upgrades on it. While I was ordering parts for it, I, go in the manual, I order the parts, especially for the hinge pins. Right? I just want to make sure the hinge pin was correct, so I ordered another set of hinge pin, and then I ordered the hinge pin holders. When I ordered that, off the diagram and got what I asked for, and here it is. I will tell you this though. It didn't work out right. I've got the hinge pins. I picked up the correct hinge pins. So the correct hinge pins are that comes with the vehicle, and if you order the new ones, if you order replacements, they are the TKR9620, right? Now, when you order the hinge pin, the inserts, the pill inserts for it, it says it's for it, but guess what? It does not fit in there. These hinge pins, original, will not fit in these. The upgraded ones will not fit in there. That's one of the things I had to look up. And when I did that, I had to find the hinge pins for I think it was for the NT48 2.0 and the ET48 2.0. But again, these hinge pins are a lot thinner than the original and the replacements. All right, these will actually fit in there. Boom. But they're too thin. You have a lot of room in here. So again, I was like, this is getting frustrating. So I had to write down, did not fit, hinge pin did not fit. So what I found out is that I had to order some sleeves to go in there. So that's what this is all about. I'm going to change out the A, B, C, and D block. I'm going to put the new hinge pins in all four corners, and I'm going to upgrade the shock caps because these are plastic shock here, and they stripped out. So I'll order some new shock caps, the emulsion shock caps, and that's what we're going to put on. But again, I wanted to give you guys heads up. This is the reason why I do keep a logbook, because now I have all the information I need to know about, all right, hinge pin, the original does not fit, inserts, pill inserts, or hinge pin inserts for the A, B, C, and D block. So you have to order some new hinge pins, and I had to order new sleeves, what they call them. They are called the hinge pins bushing And it's an 8-piece bushing because you got a 2 for here, 2 for here, 2 for here, 2 for here, 2, 4, 6, 8. So for me to order, in order to get this thing fixed, I had to order them, and it took about 10 days for it to get here. But now I'm going to replace A, B, C, and D block with the new ones, with the 1785 aluminum upgraded one. So that way I can actually pay for a monster truck that's designed after a race budget, or it's a race truck. Put it simple, it's a race truck. You pay for it. So if you do happen to have a logbook, do you actually do what I do? Do you actually put everything in there as far as like maintenance, as far as scheduled maintenance, upgrades, replacement parts and everything else like that? And if you do, that's pretty cool. If you don't, I would suggest that you start keeping some kind of record of what you do to your RCs, especially if you damage one, you order the parts. So that way you know if something doesn't work, you know it doesn't work, you log it in. In case somebody asks you because they have the same issue, you can actually say, hey look, you're gonna need this part, this part, and this part, and the reason why is because this is not available, they didn't make it for this one here. It's like the hinge pin. They make the hinge pins, but they don't make the inserts. And if they do, it was not online, and I searched. Trust me guys, I searched all online, A-Main, Hobbytown, even Tekno on their website. That's where I got the parts from their website, Tekno website. All right, now that I got that off, yeah, that's a shame though, C block. It would have been nice if actually you can actually buy the parts that actually fit in there, you know. But again, certain things, you know, just don't work out. So you just gotta deal with what you got. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm dealing with what I got. Hopefully everything works out. We can get this bag out there again, give it another rip, test it out some more, and then give you my final thoughts. So I had to go online and look at a video, a few videos. The main one I looked at was Razor RC when he had his incident with his Tekno, and he like, these are the parts you're gonna need, and like, is it because he wants to upgrade it? I should have listened, but I didn't. So it took a lot longer for me to actually get the parts, and that's the reason why now I'm like, I was lacking in my maintenance book, but not anymore. So sleeves go in the hinge pin, so that way I guess it's actually better. Sleeve gives it more girth inside there. These already suspension arms are already beefy enough with that inside insert, and then the hinge pin at, let's see, the hinge pins are, parts are TKR 9020. Yeah, 9020. They're all 2.0s. I'm guessing they're like 3 mils thick, but they fit. And again, the originals will not fit in the sleeve or the bushings. The new ones will, which is a good thing. Again, my suggestion is if you guys are getting into the hobby and you got your first vehicle, start doing a running log on it. Get a book, go to Walmart, pick up a cheap diary book of some sort, and start keeping the record of what goes wrong, what happens, and everything else like that. So that way you can see, you know, all the things that you've done to the vehicle. And when you do it, you can tell yourself or ask yourself, was this vehicle really worth it to go through all that issue just to replace a part? So I'm just saying, you know, you gotta weigh the pros and the cons for everything, everyone. That's just my opinion. As I said again, this vehicle is awesome. I like it. Is it worth what I'm doing? Because again, you're spending a little bit more money. So right now, if I total this all up, which I will, and you guys will see it at the end, from the accident, what I've actually paid to get this thing, keep it running, was it really worth it? If I was racing and I was doing good with it, I said, yeah, it'd probably be worth it. But just to get some parts to get it fixed, and to actually keep it running, that's a different story with everyone. I'm just gonna tell you that right now, that's a different story. Some people say this is expensive, bash a truck. If you guys like premium trucks, you pick it up, you got it. You got yourself a premium truck. Is it really worth it? That's another issue. Is it really worth it? You tell me. Leave your comments below, everyone. Is it worth it? Spending all this money for one accident to get this thing back up and running? This is C block. So yeah, I'm putting the anodized aluminum 775 blocks in here now, just to be on the safe side, both front and rear. Well, the front's got it, it's going to get them anyway, but the rear and front, leave inserts and the new ones. Here we go. Oh, and while you're doing your maintenance, you check out to make sure everything's still working properly, everything is, nothing's warped to the point where you got to replace it again. That's something you gotta, again, if you're new to the hobby, I would suggest when you start replacing parts, check everything out, double check it again, and make sure everything is still in line, nothing's warped, nothing's bent, nothing's cracked, before you take it out again. That way you can avoid any issues that you're about to have. My 2 thoughts, we all know how thoughts are. Everybody has them. Some of them are relevant, some of them aren't. You might say, oh, yours are not relevant. That's fine too. Again, these shocks are gonna get replaced too. Front and rear. Well, not the caps are. Because the front left, front left, front right, one of those two, stripped when it landed. So it's gotta get replaced. I don't want to leak, I don't want shocks leaking all over the place. So let me finish this off the line real quick before I start the shocks, and we'll end it. But let me get this done and I'll come back and talk to you a little bit more. Yeah, everyone, so keep a running log of your vehicles. You don't have to have as many books as I do. If you want to keep one big journal of all your vehicles, that's fine too. Just realize you need to jot in everything that you order and you pre-place and that you upgrade. And they help you in the long run. Let you know what works for you as far as like motor ESC, servos, and everything else. So yeah, we all have our different quirks and what we use and how it works for us. So, all right, everyone. So yeah, you know the deal. So I'll see you guys on the next one. On that note, everyone, take care, be safe out there, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. Ooh, yeah. Hinge pins. What?